I want to talk about is things that you need to know when dating a nurse. If you're interested, continue to watch because I got the tea for you. What is up, YouTube? It is Reagan here, back again with another video. I wanted to talk a little bit about dating. You guys know I always like to put in my 2 cents. It's going to be nursing specific. So those of you that are fellow nurses on my channel, definitely comment below if you have anything to add to the conversation. So the first important thing you need to know with dating a nurse is that communication is key, but sometimes communication can be scarce. And it depends on what shift your mate works, whether it be night shift, day shift, what shift you work. Sometimes you just don't have the time to be communicating over the phone a whole lot. You have to get really creative. For instance, if you have someone that works night shift, they're going in at like 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the evening, and most people are getting off at that time and they've been asleep all day. So if you are inundating that person with calls during their sleeping hours, then they're not getting the rest that they need. And that is not good. You want to make sure that you're being mindful that that person has to sleep and has to be well rested in order to mentally be capable of going in and critically thinking on their job and doing what they have to do. So first things first, communication can be difficult, but it can be worked through. Pick times that are convenient for you both to communicate. And when you do have to work on those days, know that communication is going to be scarce, and have special times that you text, whether it be right before going into work if you're just getting off work and she's just going in, or vice versa. So first thing you need to know is on work days, communication can be scarce, but it doesn't mean that they don't care about you. It just means that they have to focus on their job. Dating tip number 2, you don't necessarily get off in time. Nursing is not a career where you can just go in and punch a clock at 7 o'clock and then be off right at 7. It does not work that way. Emergencies happen, sometimes things roll over, and so therefore, sometimes you're not walking out the door right at the time that you should be getting off. So sometimes your 12 hours can possibly turn into 13. Hate that, but sometimes it does happen. So just know that, if that person's running late with calling, or if that person is not available immediately when you think they should be off, it doesn't mean that anything is off. It just means that they're probably not off yet. Be patient. Be patient with them and wait on them to contact, or just be patient and wait to contact them at a later time. Because 9 times out of 10, that person is totally exhausted if they've worked over, and they don't want to be bombarded with the hows and whys questions like, oh, well, where have you been? Why are you just getting off? Why did you have to work so late? That is so aggravating, because I am a nurse and I have to work to take care of other people. It's like, come on, dude. Really? So another key point is that before you leave, you have to be able to give shift report to the next nurse coming on. Sometimes, the nurse that you might be waiting on has to get report from 3 different people. And so maybe you're last in line. So like I said, 9 times out of 10, they don't get off on time. Be patient. She will call you. He will call you. Be understanding of that person's career. Don't be a source of aggravation for that person when it comes to working over or being on the job late. Dating tip number 3 is that nurses work typically very vigilant jobs, especially when you have to work inside of the hospital system. Nurses in the hospital system are working 9 times out of 10, 12-hour shifts. And during that 12 hours, you have no idea of what has inundated that nurse throughout the day or night. It could be codes, it could be traumas, it could be rapid response, it could be someone coming in and just dropping a baby like it's hot. on the shift, which causes everybody to have to pull in and pull resources really quickly. And sometimes that can be very anxiety provoking. So with that being said, when nurses are off, okay? They need time to rejuvenate, time to enjoy life and kind of recoup from what they've had to do at work. So anytime you can be an add to that part in that person's life is great. You don't want to be inundated with schedules. You kind of just want to ease into your day. So, just kind of keeping that in mind, having some things in mind maybe later on in the evening so that that person can rest and get things settled is great. Tip number 4 is nurses are thoughtful. We devote our total careers to caring for other people. And so therefore, having people around us that care for us is very, very important and uplifting, okay? Whether it be family members or whether it be a date, If there are things that you can add to that nurse's life to show that you support them and that you care for them, it's great. They like coffee, bringing them a cup of coffee on their last day of work or right before work. Cranking the car when it's cold outside and you know that they're gonna have to leave to be going into work, making sure that car is heated up. Different little small things that you can do that says, hey, I know that you have this, I love you, and I care about you. It means the world. It really does. We spend our time caring for other people, caring for our family, caring for our children. That's what we do. That a lot of times, sometimes it's easy to just forget yourself, even though you can't, but it is easy to do. So having people around you that care for you as well is amazing. So tip number 5 is that you need to be a good listener. So basically, nurses experience a lot of different things on their jobs. And sometimes it just helps to be able to talk through some of the emotions that come along with being a nurse. And so being able to listen to what's happening to he or she is amazing. So you need to be a person that is intuitive and that can listen and care about another person's career. Tip number 6 is that nurses love to shop. They usually are into the best quality things, and so they love to shop. Definitely, if you want to participate and be a part of quality time with that nurse, it's probably going to include shopping. So just kind of be ready to do that. Just kind of be patient with them and not have an attitude about going to the mall or going to look around in different stores, because shopping's a part of it, y'all. You gotta like quality stuff, Keep these things in mind. You will do great moving forward, and you will save yourself some heartache as things move along, because you'll really get to understand what nurses go through on their job, and you'll really get to understand how to really be a positive influence in that nurse's life. Once again, if you've made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.